All right, let's take a look at this Renamon game here on Fernasified. Sucky God, lol. What? What? Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to our ASMR stream of Phobies. As you can tell, my voice has not improved since yesterday. It has not improved. So we're going to be basically whispering into the mic for the majority of this stream because I don't know how much longer my voice is going to hold out before it just completely dies entirely. So it is what it is. A little hydrate action. So we, of course, have viewer games tonight. It is Sunday, the last Sunday before the 2-year anniversary of our beloved game, Phobies. So I got to get out at the front that I am part of the content affiliate program. That means the Phobies team does, in fact, give me coffee for producing Phobies content, like watching all these viewer games on my live Twitch stream, which, by the way, if you're watching this on YouTube, hit up the links in the description. You get a link for my live stream down there. You also get a link to my Discord, which is where you'll hear about Phobies events such as our weekly tournament series, Monster of the Week, or our monthly tournament series, Fright Night, where you can win coffee prizes. You're going to find out all the details there first. Also, while you're down there, likes and subscribes definitely do help. Inching so much closer to those 1,000 subscribers. It's a big milestone. It's a big milestone for a small creator. But what's going on, chat? How's everybody doing out there? I hate getting Raid Shadow Legend ads. I'm already tired of seeing it. What year is this? Like, no joke. Raid Shadow Legends has been saturating things for like 5 years now. Honestly, like, some of the commercials look cool and the way they make it sound makes the game look cool, but I actually watched a streamer, the only channel that I subscribe to is Back to Warcraft. And they had streamed it, I don't know, a year ago, maybe now. And yeah, it unfortunately, like, it just doesn't look that interesting. And then when Mortal Kombat Conquest, whatever the hell the more recent mobile game came out for Mortal Kombat, I tried that out, and it's kind of the same, like the auto battler thing. There's a little bit more to it, but I don't know. It's just not, I don't think it's my kind of game. So it is what it is. If you enjoy it, you enjoy it. I mean, I've considered it because, of course, I get 1,000 sponsorship offers for Raid Shadow Legends, but, like, it's all, of course, contingent on getting enough people to download it, and then you have to play a certain amount, like the people you get to download it, in order to prove that, like, your campaign was successful, and therefore you get paid, and odds are I'll make, like, $30. Like, who cares? Like, it's not a big deal. I'd rather put effort into games that I know I will enjoy, and I've done that before for other games that I've gotten sponsorships for, because I don't mind trying those games, but, like, if I don't like it, I don't want to do sponsorships for things that I don't like or I can't really recommend. Or at least if I'm going to do the sponsorship, I'm going to plainly say, hey, I don't like this game, and here's why. And as you can imagine, that's probably not going to go over very well. So it is what it is. Quick get to all the games before they break. We're going to get to as many as we can. DT, happy affiliate anniversary. Yep, I didn't even know that was a thing. I've been an affiliate for a while. I don't know how long. It's actually not that difficult to get affiliate status on Twitch. You have to, like, basically if you stream regularly and you hit 75 followers, I think you get it. Like, that's what it boils down to. It's not actually that much of a challenge. Getting to partner, however, is way, way harder because you need, like, I think it's 75 concurrent viewers on average, and you have to meet other stream criteria. Is Cha a partner? I have no idea. Are there commercials on her Twitch stream? Because if there are, then yes, she's an affiliate. Whether she's a partner, I don't know. Like, that's the next level up. Hitting partner, like I said, you have to have minimum 75 people in your stream, every stream, basically. I mean, once you reach partner, I guess it could drop, but I don't know exactly how that works. That's where allegedly the big bucks are made, but Let's be real. Twitch doesn't really pay that much. Oh, you meant Twitch? Yeah, I mean, yeah, Chaw's a content affiliate. Yeah, my affiliate anniversary is, everybody's getting notified, is not from, it's not from Phobies. It's not from Phobies, it's for Twitch. But yeah, for Twitch, you can tell because allegedly, and I mean, it's been a while, allegedly, if you're not affiliate, you don't get commercials on your channel, which I've considered dropping out of the affiliate program over the commercials because like you make nothing on them. It's not, you may, like, I don't remember what the number is, but it is an exceptionally small amount of money. Let me tell you, like negligibly small. Whew, that was a weird one to say. All right, chat, let's get in there. We're actually starting off with a positive play game. I'm going to turn the sound down a little bit. I had the sound turned up because I was watching some videos, and I think people were having the same issue I was with not being able to speak at an appropriate volume. So we'll see. We're starting this off with a not favorited game positive. I know you're in chat. You're killing me here. This is from the 23rd. This is probably not even on your profile anymore. It's not. Well played. I don't know what you want me to tell you. So we'll mark that one. Positive did send in another game, so we'll go with that one. So we are, in fact, leading off with positive play as our hero here on Locker Room Funk. Bloat is the GOAT, nothing more needed. Well, I don't know about that. I don't know about that one, but that is a sentence that can be made. Locker Room Funk has been a map that people have just hated lately. They really hate this fucking map. It's bad. It's quote-unquote solved. As I've said on many occasions before, I don't 100% disagree that things are solved. You know what I mean? Like, if it turns out Locker Room Funk or any other map or any other strategy or whatever in Phobies is solved, okay, fine. It is. It is what it is. However, I'm not convinced that it is solved. The reason being is there's really no material incentive or no meaningful incentive for people to identify what the optimal strategies are or try to counter said optimal strategies. Really, it's very easy for people to just complain, which everybody on the internet loves to do anyway. But even beyond that, there's no incentive to adapt. It's easier to just complain, basically. And I don't think there's enough people at a high enough skill level to try and solve things. And there's absolutely not an incentive to try and solve things. But either way, we're here in this staring contest. Now, our bad guy here is trying to go into Sparky, and I mean, that's a thing you can do, I guess. Notably, level 14 Sparky versus, come on, game, killing me here, versus a level 16 attract. What the hell? Sparky's like, you damn kids, get off my lawn. Old man Sparky up here. Damn kids, get off my poison tiles. I don't know if you really want to stand on those, Sparky. It's weird. All right, bad guy finally decides to go in, sending the cowbell to slap the snot out of this Hydra. Sort of. I don't think that's going to end well for you, cowbell. Not an expert, but... Now, you can get... yeah, you're not going to get a lot of hits, but we get... so you get an Akira. Hilariously, we get Akira on a small map. Given the way this map tends to stalemate, I mean, yeah, what else are you going to do? It's very difficult to push in aggressively, and this is why I think defensively positioned hearts are generally going to be a mistake. I actually... Yeti? Yeah, I don't know about this one, Chief. I don't know about this one, Chief. You're about to lose your whole board, I think. We're pretty damn close to it. All right, positive being patient here. Not going for the Akira yoink yet. I mean, honestly, you have a panic point advantage. Bad guy has to make a play. All right, we're going for the freeze here. There's still 3 keys available for positive. But, like, this doesn't look good either. What? Like, sure, the Hydra's frozen, but, like, even this is... So we're going to get poison. We get an AoE hit. We could get another yoink. Lol. Cupcake. At least 2 phobies in this game, specifically on our hero side, are not going to... They're not going to... That's hilarious. Can't get this sentence out, but they're not going to stay in this state post-patch, which is coming down the pipe soon. So we didn't get an enormous amount of kills, but we did get an enormous amount of damage. And look at this. Like, Sparky can't even one-shot this, so LOL. You're not killing this Hydra. More RT Chomp ASMR? Yeah, my throat actually feels worse than it did yesterday. And I think I know why, chat. I think I've figured out the reason. It's because I've been screaming at Mortal Kombat. Like, I am raging at Mortal Kombat. I'm having fun, but, like, I'm losing games and it's getting frustrating. That's what it boils down to. So I've screamed myself hoarse, is what it amounts to. This Akira is just tanking all of this damage. Also bloat, lol. Bloat did something, chat. It's amazing. Honestly, bloat didn't do shit this game. It was 100% Akira and a tractor, and Cupcake, but bloat was involved, so congrats, bloat. You got an MVP. A winner is you. It's so sad because all the people who have Cupcake are crying, but everybody else is dancing because Cupcake is getting nerfed. I've yet to see a single person lament the Cupcake nerf, in all seriousness. I haven't seen a single person lament that. And to be honest, like, I get it, even if somebody did. I'm one of the people who have Cupcake. I don't care, I have every phobia. Alright, chat, what's the next one up? Alright, game number 2, we got Rosaldo. A little fish tank avatar action. No notes here. No notes. So, yeah. We're going to be zoning on Phasmophobia, which seems to be showing up with a lot more regularity as of late. We get an interesting open here, a little Bachelor AWOL action. I don't know about that one. You have Venus, right? I do have Venus, if you're asking me, Koro. I just wish they would drop a trailer because the suspense is killing me. I anticipate we'll get the trailer tomorrow. I feel like they usually post the trailer the day before. I could be wrong, but I feel like they post the trailer the day before. It's a bad guy with the Maggie opener, because reasons? Like, I don't know. What is the plan here? Like, why did this happen? I mean, I guess you could... Okay. Yeah, sure, that's a thing you can do. Then the Maggie has to buzz away. Panic points equalize, but there is a Poison Ivy on the board. Speaking of Poison Ivy, yeah, people are coming around to the idea of Poison Ivy. I don't know, I've always liked Poison Ivy. I expect to see a lot of Leela post-patch, and I'm not super enthusiastic about that idea, but we'll see what happens. Our hero here electing to go with a little funky chicken action. We saw some of that yesterday in Monster of the Week. I don't know about it here. This seems a little weird. Seems a little weird. But, what stress level are we at, chat? Alright, we're at a decent stress level. Holy crap, that's a level 16 jar. I mean, that seems to happen a lot. The jar seems to be everybody's highest. Not everybody, but like most people's highest ultra rare. It used to be a few days before, but the past 3 updates have been the day before. Yeah, I don't know why they've been doing that lately, Koro. The collector is coming to Phobies reminds me of the collector from MK11. It kind of does. Like, I can see the connection, namely the name. Little Daisy action. Somebody was talking about Daisy in the main Discord, and people hating Daisy or something, like, or maybe it was on Reddit. I saw a post about it recently, and it just kind of made me scratch my head, and it was like, this is weird enough that I don't care. Speaking of weird enough, that's a level 12 fish tank. I mean, I don't. Okay, sure. If you want, that's an option. You can certainly fish tank. I feel like the fish tank is supposed to be a response to the foul. Because it's like, all right, I get to dodge the disease, I get to dodge the poison from Poison Ivy, I get to dodge the poison from Henrietta. Fish tanks, like, this definitely is, who let this man cook? Because this guy's cooking too much. That's just, it's too much. Why are you cooking this much? It's definitely one of those moments where you try to adapt to your opponent's play, right? You do something, they do something, and then you want to do something that beats their something to force them into something else and like keep trying to push people out of their comfort zone. But eventually it's like, all right, you went too far. Like, this was unnecessary. Also, yeah, that's a dead mech. We're going to get cooked toe for supper, but I don't think anybody wants that delicacy. It's gross. That's gross. So Bachelor to the center here. We did get the Finnegan coming in, which is kind of cool. I love seeing boops, especially for Finnegan. And I could definitely see Finnegan getting some value on this map. Will it? That's a different story. One, two, three, four, five, six. All right, so the Daisy is safe here from a droney, which is always something you want to check. Speaking of droney, foul going into Funky Chicken, the Snowball. I mean, these are things that you can do. They are plays you can make. Anyone know the answer to the question for what the new phobia will be? What? What are you talking about, Goro? Oh my god, what the hell happened here? This foul is getting... like, also, what happened to its health bar? You can kind of see it, like, right there, right below Snowball's nose. Giant squid. Wait, what? They did a teaser as a trivia question, and the answer was giant squid, so we're getting a Octonauty recolor. Interesting that they didn't... I guess it only healed to 400. Yeah, you're not going to kill this thing. Oh. Excuse me. So we get a boop here, but that's... Nice, nice. This is the good play. This is the good play. Get the boop. That's a dead fish tank. Womp. Wah. We're getting a third Gin Sting. Yeah, that we knew a few, like last week before maybe. Hercules. Well, it's Hercules, but it really should have been Hercules. Cosmos responded to your DM. Nice. Gonna get a little Cosmos appearance and some Fright Night. Glob. What is, chat? What is this game? This game is like a damn fever dream. I feel like... I mean, I don't want to just say I'm taking crazy pills, because I don't know if this goes to crazy pills level, but this absolutely feels like someone spiked my drink. Because I don't understand why Glob Sheep happened. I'm not sure what this Gonzo is doing either. I mean, Gonzo's fine, obviously. But, like... Speaking of fever dreams, Apparently it's time for Brony. Wait, did we determine whether Brony disables Glob? This 100% happened a few weeks ago. Brony and Glob. And we got into this big discussion because I was like, well, maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. And then chat knew because it had happened. And I don't remember. I need to remember these things, chat, and it just completely goes out of my head. There's too many things that I have to keep track of now. Real life and Phobies-wise. Glob just sliming its way up here. What? I mean, I guess you can poison the unit. Why do you hate unicorn so much that you're sending Glob sheep after it? I wonder if bad guy's thinking that the Glob does not get hit by Brony as a result of this. Like that the Glob will still do damage. I mean, I guess we're going to find out shortly, right? We turn off everything but the sheep and the murder wing. And like... Okay, hold on. First of all, you 100% put this goddamn foul on the heart. You don't put Finnegan there. There's no reason. Unless... Okay, they were avoiding the meatball. That's fair. We're avoiding the meatball. But even then, you should have put the foul on the panic point so that way you could, like, box out the murder wing with stuff. All right, so Glob is on the unicorn. We're about to find out. Hold on. What is the unicorn at? No. Damn it. Unicorn at full health. 1150. I need to commit this to memory, chat. We're getting a gonzoed murder wing to snipe Finnegan. All right, that corn looks like it is in agony. But it absolutely did not take damage. Note to self, Brony disables Glob. Murder wing blocked out. Now you have foul right on the heart. 952 damage a turn plus a... It is a 4-to-1 panic point advantage. Baby Snakey, the final phobie. Apparently, Baby Snakey's in the mood for some Jello or something. The Daisy just tanking the hits. Doesn't even, like... The Daisy still has, like, a quarter of its health left. Oh, my God. Bad guy just kind of got bullied this game. I don't feel like there was anything in particular that was super impressive about any of this. It just felt like bad guy got bullied. Why you gotta bully bad guy there, Rosaldo? Why you gotta bully him around the map? And foul. Does some heinous things to bad guy's heart. GG. It's funny how, like, Foul's claws are clearly supposed to be feathers here, but in-game, they absolutely look more like talons. It's kind of amusing to me. And it just kind of felt like our hero bullied them. It did not feel like there was anything particularly outstanding. Here we go again. Noob Sim. Not favoriting their games. Why do people do this? Why? Just why? Yeah. That game, not on the profile. Womp wah. But we do have a different game. We got a different one from Noob Sim here. We're loading into Diabolical. No notes once again. Nobody's interested in dropping the notes. No descriptions. I wanted the answer to somehow be a shark or a dolphin. Well, we do have 2 existing shark phobies. We do have 2 existing shark phobies. Arguably, you could say Akira's an octopus. Somehow. Or like an Oculus is. They have tentacles. Sort of. I mean, quite clearly... I thought I heard the dog. Apparently not. Quite clearly, they are prehensile because they can be manipulated to support all of the sentinels. But in any case, Noob Sim with the Gravedigger opener here. Once again, we get another Poison Ivy game, chat. Yeah, I'm not going to lie. My throat is killing me, chat. It's absolutely killing me. Somebody pinged me in the main Phobies Discord, and I don't know why. I'll look at it after this game. Fairly standard looking Diabolical game here for the most part. Notably no Speedola efforts out of either player, at least not just yet. Are they getting a buff in the patch? I don't think they are, right, Chad? I'm trying to remember. There were so many Phobies that were changed that, like, I can't even keep track of it all. The game post-patch, real talk, is going to be a very, very different game, I think. There are enough changes and enough significant changes that it's going to be wild. Imagine a 20-foot, 4,000-pound dolphin. You mean an orca? Like, except orcas are mean. Orcas are, like... Even the ones that have been in the news lately, I mean, I guess it was like last year or last summer. Even aside from that, if you read what orcas do, they're assholes. Dolphins are evil too. Yeah, I'm not saying dolphins aren't. But, like, the natural world has some really messed up stuff. It gets really messed up what animals will do to each other. Especially in the insect world. We've talked about that before, but since we're on the topic, like orcas and dolphins, yeah, they do some messed up things. We're getting a little honey bear action in order to save 400 damage, I guess. Probably more than that. What level are we at? 235, all right. Saving some damage here on the erratic, which is trying to answer this Hevo. Admittedly, there is an attractor for bad guy. So there are some options here. The attractor can absolutely set up some potentially devastating erratic plays, but... Yeah, wait, I Googled it and I'm with Gravedigger. It'll be a great white shark. Well, what was the question? What was the trivia question? Because everybody's like referencing it, but I don't know what the original question was. For anybody watching this after the fact, apparently there was a teaser about one of the upcoming Phobies, which by the time this goes live on YouTube will already have gotten the update. Or we're assuming we'll have gotten the update. A teaser for what one of the new Phobies is. And based on everybody's responses, it's some kind of aquatic animal. When's the update? In 2 days. It's supposed to be the 5th. You know, assuming nothing catastrophic happens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 to 6 Phobies. We're out of range of the attractor. There's no, like, Gravedigger play I think that could happen. No, there's nothing really exciting that way. But we probably... we got another turn before the attractor comes online. Panic point advantage orange. Notably, our hero's 1 key is all the way up in no man's land, so it can't easily rotate down here, and even if it does, bad guy has the option to replace. 9 keys to 15 remaining. Grow up to 20 feet in length and weigh over 4,000 pounds. So 20 feet, or 20 feet and 2 tons. For the ocean, that's probably not that big when you think about it, right? Like, given how big some creatures in the ocean can get. Ooh, it's my boy. Whoop. Who I can't click on. Why can't I? I can't click on him. There we go. It's my boy, chat. Little Russell action. Well, March 5th, Phobies update, and then on March 7th, Cards and Castles update. True. True. Russell! I couldn't do that right now. My throat is killing me. You got a Dr. Dermick for the season pass? Congrats. I don't think I even got a pack. Because I didn't play enough games this season. Ocean sunfish, great white, giant squid, and dolphin are the options. I need to watch more Shark Week. Off the top of my head, I couldn't tell you what the average size of a great white is. Results are inconsistent when looking it up, but the shark is settling around 20 feet while the giant squid is showing much longer. I could definitely see a giant squid being longer than 20 feet. But if you're only looking for the length, you need to check the average weight, too. Like... So we did get the Russell activation, no spa, no healers. But we have Gonzo Hevo, so in Hevo we trust, chat. Notably, the puke here disabling the trap. Even panic points thanks to the honey bear puke. Bad guy just getting bullied into the corner here. We could get a yoink. But these aren't spectacular hits. And if you go in, you're going to get a tractor yoinked back. So I think our hero just needs to be patient here, accept the damage from the Russell for now. No, it looks like they're going for it. Wait, what are we doing here? This is interesting. Okay, I kind of like this. I like this. Because, yes, you're going to take this hit here, but you're not getting the attractor pull, which is the part that kind of matters, because then you get hit with multiple attractor hits. Or, erratic hits. Whereas here, it's just, okay, you're losing some stuff, but this is freeing up your 9 keys. Your opponent's now down to 4 because they invested a lot in that Russell. Softening up of the Hevo. Honey Bear's down momentarily, but now you can lay into this erratic. I like this because you're going to get the double splash. This is a very smart play by our hero here. Cowbell going to finish the job that our party-loving Hevo started. Down goes the erratic. That's 11 keys. Yo, let's go. It's Mr. Tramples. Things I didn't expect to see. Mr. Tramples, definitely on that list. So yeah, Gonzo. So here's the question, chat. Somebody would have to go back and check. I'm not going to do this math, but I'll pop the Phobies up so you can see. Would that have worked out with whatever the Gonzo's damage is going to be at level 10 post-balance patch? We get a yoink here. We are absolutely going to get some takedowns. Yeah, I imagine it would have worked positive. I'm mostly joking, but you got to call that stuff out as a streamer. You gotta pretend and make a big deal out of things that are absolutely not going to be a big deal. Mr. Tramples aiding in the elimination of this attractor. Once again, people keep trusting in Temptress. I have no idea why. I don't know what planet you were expecting Temptress to do anything, but it's not this one. It's not this one. Hilariously, the Russell could come in by... Okay, never mind. Russell's not going to come in. That's just going to be an enemy surrender because Mr. Tramples. I'm gonna give the MVP to Mr. Tramples. I don't care about Poison Ivy. Mr. Tramples. Shout out to my Mr. Tramples fans. GG. Giant squid can be twice as long. Yeah, I could see that. Wish we got a giant squid, though, as we could use an actual squid that isn't mechanical. It's also kind of teased as a squid in the first post of the update, the one with Bendy and the cupcake with tentacles on the left. I mean, what's the weight of a giant squid, or a colossal squid for that matter? Temptress isn't as bad as you make him out to be. That's true. Temptress is not as bad as I make it out to be. It is worse. I actually give Temptress way too much credit. And that's not a troll. Like, Temptress is fucking bad. Temptress is really bad. There is almost no situation in which you want Temptress that it couldn't be better solved by another phobie. The answer is in Discord right now. It's a gray white. So is it going to be a Jaws reskin? Because I could see Jaws artistically being molded into a great white. But here's the question. Are we going to get like Slammerhead Finnegan treatment where they just have legs? Or are we going to get the Pokemon treatment where it's just going to be floating? Giant squid isn't remotely as heavy, apparently about 600 pounds max. Huh. I can't remember if I knew that. Honest to God, like, I know this sounds like very old person, but there's so many things that it's like, I remember when I was younger, either seeing in movies or shows or even adults around me would say stuff like, I've forgotten more about X than you'll ever know, and like real talk. Like real talk, that is absolutely true. I've forgotten more about certain things than some people will ever know. So the update basically nerfed all the metaphobies except Attractor. I don't think that's true. There's definitely other ones that people were whining about. A good chunk of them did get addressed, but they did. So Attractor was not officially in the statement, but was clarified later. It should have been in the post that basically they have no evidence that Attractor is unbalanced. Or it can flop around like bad sushi. That would actually be really funny if they had a great white just flop around like bad sushi. That would be really funny. That would actually be hysterical. I assume it's this one. Yeah. All right, our hero here is Karst on Pluto up against a perennial bad guy. Karst loves to submit games against Hoploid, but the only notes here are Cerberus! That's all the yelling you're getting out of me tonight, chat. Or at least I hope so, because I can't do it. Can't do it. So, for anybody wondering why it's always such an accomplishment to beat Hoploid, this is a level 27 Murder Wing. It's a level 27 Murder Wing. Can't tell what level creep it is because the game won't let me click on the goddamn thing. Oh my god. Why is this so difficult? Why is this so difficult? Level 21. All right. 6 level difference. Triple 1 key opener. Okay, okay. Can Hoploid kill this anyway? Seemingly not. Almost good. Man, if only Hoploid had one more level. Man, if only Hoploid could get some levels on their account, maybe they could win these games. Scrub tier effort. May not be Hoploid playing, though. They let to. I mean, sure. All right, we get a little bone mangles to supplement it. This is, okay, so real talk. This is very different from what we've seen on Pluto in a variety of games, including Monster of the Week, including Fright Night as of late, because this was in the rotation. Now, admittedly, we did have Phobie bans, so it disrupts what strategies people might normally do, but banning Akira from being played here would not have materially impacted how these openers went, I don't think. So, that was weird. Why was there no sound there? But we're getting the double turrets. Karst holding it down thus far. Hoploid just going for it? Okay, they're not. Offering up the cowbell, that is going to be a fairly easy kill for Karst here. Can, of course, you know, slap and then rotate these two however they want. This makes sense. Getting the bow up into position so that way you can cover the center stim from multiple angles. So Hoploid banked up to 6. Karst sticking with the 1-key plan. They are banking up to 4, but adding on Ted, which we saw in a number of games throughout this weekend. A lot of Jill and Ted shenanigans. Speaking of a tractor, speak of the devil and he shall appear. There is a tractor. Magnetize. Let's see what damage it can do. Karst notably only stabilizing, choosing not to try and get the 3-to-1 damage point advantage. Tomoy is going for the pull right away. This is presumably a dead numbskull. But honestly, Hoploid doesn't have a ton of damage to follow this up. I mean, that's almost an 800 damage Sockassin. Hide and eek. Stabby down to 1154. I'm sure there's a lot of people out there going, that's more health than my Stabby actually has. Probably not, because I think Stabby starts with 1500 health or something. I don't remember. 1300 maybe? Thank you, Luffy. Alright, so we get a little muffin to keep Stabby alive. So we talked about this a lot in the last few days. That, per the devs, there is no evidence that a tractor is imbalanced. That a tractor is overpowering or really in any way problematic at this time. Hence why it was not changed. That isn't to say that it won't, or that there won't be other meta shifts because of the other balance changes. But one of the reasons I think that is true is, aside from people just improperly using a tractor and end up throwing games that they should have won, things like Cerberus, like Hydra, even alligators and quagmires, allow for the bullying of a tractor. You can push up on them, and there isn't a great way for the attractor player to really counteract it. As you can see, we have, I mean, Stabby and Bo have kind of gotten beat up, but the point is, they are fairly tanky, and quite clearly, Cerberus is, and you probably don't want Cerberus any closer to you than it has to be. This seems like a positional error by Hoploy here. Very important stat, a 25 stream streak. Shout out to Luffy. Cerberus just slapping the snot out of that boomer. Unfortunately, that does, though, put Cerberus in harm's way, at least as far as the glob is concerned. And I was about to say, I wonder if we'll see a Finnegan out of Karst. And in fact, we do. Cerberus's drool just getting everywhere. AWOL and Gesundheit coming out. How much health we got on them? 1480 for health on the Cerberus, but it is going to get freed. The question is, will it kill, or what is it going to kill when it comes out? Boop. Alright, that's definitely a dead glob. And because Dimensional get a little challenge play, pull, snipes the Gesundheit. Strong plays. Strong plays. Like, real talk. this does feel like part of the intended counterplay to Attractor. And I mean, Cerberus doesn't have a whole lot of uses, so I'm happy when the good boy, all three good boys, get to show up and slap the crap out of some of the more hated phobies in the game, namely Attractor. GG there, Cars. GG. I could have sworn Cars said that they were submitting multiple games, but I only see the one in there, so. Until server track. I mean, you can do that. You can do that. It's obviously not seen very often for a reason, but even then, I mean, you can set stuff up, but it's still going to be challenging to do. My current lights out strat. Well, it's funny because when it first started appearing or coming into prominence, that counterplay was Alien Engineer abusing Attractor on lights out. We observed, I forget who it was, and they went, I think they went Hydra and I went Cerberus, or maybe they went Cerberus in the replay and I went Hydra. We both ended up losing to Alien Engineer, but the games were really close. Like, maybe one slightly different play earlier in the game would have changed things. So I forget how long ago that was, but it definitely put the idea in my mind of like, yeah, this seems like a reasonable way to answer Attractor. And the general Attractor debate, because it came up again, like obviously Attractor is a big thing because of the balance patch, right? And the fact that Attractor was not touched, despite the fact that I have to imagine just about everybody put it on there. And there were a lot of people understandably upset that it wasn't addressed. However, I believe the devs when they say that both the win rate and the KPIs show that Attractor is balanced. However, and this is the way I put it on every stream and the way I put it in Discord and stuff like that, something could be perfectly balanced and still be unhealthy for the game. If the gameplay patterns that are induced by Attractor are not fun, that should take precedence over any level of balance. It doesn't matter if Attractor had like a 10% win rate, but if every time it shows up it makes the game miserable, that's a problem. Now, of course, that's subjective and it's difficult to pin down exactly like, well, who's not having fun? How much fun are they not having? And things like that, because it's very easy to be like, well, every phobia is not fun. And then all of a sudden, every phobia is, you strip all of the interesting things out of the game. There's also my other counter argument that often comes up is I am compelled to wonder at high skill levels, is Attractor / Akira to a degree required for the game to even function? Because if you don't have a multi-pull like that, where it is way harder to dodge the Attractor, obviously, than it is a Miss Moffat or something like that, is it possible that high-level games will just devolve into stalemates pretty much naturally and there's no way to get away from it? It's a very difficult argument to say, well, clearly here's the body of evidence for, because, well, we're obviously other phobies involved, and finding high-level games where you have two either actually equally or at least reasonably comparable players at a high level, so we're talking like high Sum of All Fears 2, Sum of All Fears 3, and the stress levels aren't egregious, then like that's a lot of criteria, and you have to have the attractors, and you have to have like somebody isn't just having a bad day or whatever. It's a lot of things to try and even engineer those scenarios to happen. But I do wonder if Attractor ultimately is required to ensure that games progress. and you don't end up with an Agora stalemate where every game is 1,000 turns long until somebody gets bored and just says, all right, I'll surrender. So we'll have to see. I'll have to see. But in any case, let's take a peek at this Arenamon game. A great game! That's all we got. We are here on whatever the hell this map is. I don't know what this map is. One thing I would like to do... What? Really? 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 You say so, Arenamon. Mech event, alright. Fair enough. I was like, turn one snappy, that's snappy, turn one zappy go is like, of all the plays you can make, that's a world. Do crabs have shoulders? Yes. I mean, biologically, yes, they have shoulder joints and stuff, I guess. I mean, I get what you're saying, like, because of the way the crabs are shaped. How many shoulders? 2. They only got 2 arms. You can do the pinchy thing, right? That'll probably be the intro, chat. How many shoulders do crabs have? I don't know. They can only do the pinchy thing with 2 arms, right? Like, I don't know what else you want me to say. I feel like their legs have shoulders. Luffy, are you drunk? Luffy, this is 100% like 4 in the morning. Bro. How many shoulders do crabs have? Like, what? We're playing D&D, now someone has a giant crab. Wait, what do you mean someone has a giant crab? Did they, like, go to the wrong brothel? Or is this, like, they're a beast master and they tamed something? What do you mean it's kind of sentient? What does that mean? So it's like a dog? We have shoulders in our legs 100%. 100%. This is why I paused the game, because this is going to be a ridiculous conversation. They're a 150-year-old druid who lost their druidic abilities, but a giant crab they found has the powers now. So are they living vicariously through the crab? First of all, why are they 150 years old? They mostly ride it. I feel like the crab would just fucking eat them. We've talked about this before, but what's the term? Is it carcanization? I forget the term, but basically nature, real life nature, has on multiple occasions determined, on multiple occasions and in multiple ecosystems, determined that the crab is the ultimate life form. Because the crab has evolved in multiple places on Earth to basically be the same thing. It's like, this is, you may not like it, but this is what peak evolution looks like. No, the crab is chill, we feed it God. Look, if of all the ways to die, I'm pretty sure being bisected by a crab and then stuffed into its fucking mouth hole is not the way that I want to go. Wasn't that, there was a show. There was a show where there was like a CGI crab. I mean, there's a lot, but like there was a recent thing. Oh, what was the name of it? Where like a CGI crab attacks the main characters, and it like just shreds a dude. And it's like, yeah, that's pretty much what would happen if there was a 30-foot tall crab. You're gonna have a really, really bad day. Crabs aside, also, when I looked at that comment again, no, the crab is chill. For some reason, my brain put it, no, the crab is chilly. And I'm like, that... So now you're eating the crab. like, all of this just got really weird. In the meantime, we got a beauty. Let's get back to the game, chat. I don't know what the hell. Like, what is happening? Sorry to derail. Look, everything gets derailed anyway. I don't care. It's fine. I think at this point, everybody knows. Like, look, this is the risk you take by sending games into viewer game reviews. The risk you take is that we're going to spend 25 minutes talking about giant fucking crabs and how many shoulders they have. That's the risk you take. You brought this on yourself. I mean, hell, we were talking about giant squids earlier. You know what's funny, chat? Everybody talked about Muffin. Like, remember Onda always calling Muffin God? And how Muffin was, actually the best phobie in the game? And it was all, oh, LOL, it's so funny because we got Muffin and all this stuff. And then all of a sudden, it was... Cupcake showed up, and it's like, oh shit. Also, by the way, paddles into Paschetti? Galaxy brain. I'm not sure I love this play, but still. The board state as it stands right now feels like nobody should have any keys left. On to call Cupcake Buffin' Top. That sounds about right. That sounds about right. That's dead canine. Womp wah. Even on the old panic points, what is this Cupcake for? I guess you could heal either of these. I will never get over, Really? That feels like a lot of effort. Does this not die? This is just dead. I guess you're getting value. Because this is 6 keys, this is 6 keys. And, like, of course, the, Zappy's gonna die after this exchange. I guess you could... Nah, you can't paddles the Muffin. Honestly, I kind of feel like the Muffin on the last turn should have been on the disease tiles, because like if the Muffin gets diseased, who cares? And I think it could have been on a disease tile that would have been well out of range of the beauty and stuff. So you would have had the opportunity to actually like get the Muffin to connect with something this turn. This is the second Yeti we've seen. Will this one be better than the first? To be fair, they would have moved Beauty away if I played Paschetti without paddles and I wanted to disease it. I mean, yes. Yes. You're absolutely right. I'm just laughing that, like, how often does that happen? That you paddle Spaghetti right out of spawn to disease something. Especially a Beauty, for that matter. 1 key to 5 remaining. Alright, 1 key to 1 key remaining. Oh, we get the freeze on the Daisy. If I recall correctly, a frozen resurrect phobie will immediately die. Really? We're gonna go for the thaw? Alright. I feel like that was completely unnecessary, given that, you know, this happens. I mean, I guess that forces Renamon to burn their last key, you know what I mean? But, I don't know. That just doesn't... Was there not a paddles play available? I guess that's fine. I feel like you could have paddled the Zappy, maybe? Although maybe 3 hits, like, they could have then rotated the Sparky, and then if they rotate the Sparky and hit it twice with the Hevo, that might kill the Zappy. These panic points have stayed shockingly even. But at this stage, we're just watching bad guys slowly die because eventually Renamon will be able to either paddle something in, like we're seeing now, or we're going to get a freeze onto the Hevo and it'll never thaw. I don't know why this is so funny to me, but this is funny. That's a funny looking Zappy. That's a funny looking Zappy. 1,000. Yeah, this is a dead Zappy if bad guy wants to go for it, but they're gonna have to commit pretty hard. No, that Zappy just stubbed its toe. That's what it looks like to me. That Zappy looks like it 100% just stubbed its toe on something. And it is very unhappy about it. You know, it's not impossible for bad guy to win this, but it requires our hero to make some significant errors. Like, they need to blunder more things than just this. This might even kill the Hevo. Yeah, I was gonna say. Oh no, it doesn't. Okay. See, but like, don't you just go freeze the... Because you don't have to, if you just kill this thing. Really? 800. I guess this works too. Because they get the thaw. And then you kill here. Like the Inoculus gets it, and then you just have 2 Phobies to 1, so as long as you don't group them up, it shouldn't matter. Like, eventually you'll be able to get there. And of course you could just paddles it, because now it'll have 2 move. Like, they have to run away. Well played there, Renamon. Definitely some interesting stuff with the paddles, Biscotti play, which I'm still harping on, but like, the Yeti was really interesting. I was waiting for the Yeti all game to try and connect with this Hevo, but you got a couple of other freezes off that were better. What did somebody call paddles last week? Because we were talking about it being a defibrillator. But somebody called it something else, and I don't remember what it was. It was something weird. GG, down goes Hevo. Well played. All right, shout out to Don Tinklesniff. This is actually a loss. I had to double check to make sure I was going into the right game, but blue? I'm not sure if I should have seen this coming because I did not expect this. That sounds like the ultimate clickbait YouTube title. Should I have seen this amazing move coming? People were complimenting my Monster of the Week and Fright Night posters. I'm hoping people feel that the, okay, Gravedigger, sure. I was gonna say, I hope that people feel that the YouTube thumbnails are improving as well. I'm trying to put more effort into it. It does not seem to be making much of a damn difference for any of the projects, so... Interesting play here by Don Tinklesniff. Going for the aggro push, claiming 3-0 panic point advantage. Obviously, the cowbell's not long for this world. Kind of like that. So I don't know that I love this. I don't know that I love this. I don't think it would have mattered if you slapped the Murder Wing, though. Like, that wouldn't have gotten you anything. This looks like another mech event game, just based on what we're seeing. Again, with these early game booms, that's why I'm assuming it's a mech event, but, like, I hate seeing early game booms. Or, like, booms that are clearly just intended to be sacrificial lambs. Boom has so much more potential, people. Stop wasting your booms. Stop wasting your booms. Oh, no. No! It's the heebie-jeebie special. And, like, this one actually kind of sucks. Yeah, you got the jar connection, but the jar can't stay there. It's going to die to the Murder Wing, who's already gotten some value, so... Is this dead? Okay, Spud to finish up. Fair. Alright. So takedown of the Gravedigger, that's fine. If you get the Gravedigger and the Murder Wing, I think that's an acceptable trade here. The bad guy's not interested in allowing that. Honestly, given how this started, I don't think Don Tinkle's in too heinous of a spot. I think you would have been better off... why didn't you break this? Because I think you could have just broke this with the K9, rotated this. I don't know. I don't like bunching everything back here. You're maxed out on Phobies, so you can't pop out a Gravedigger yourself. Alright, erratic. That's, no bueno. Oh no, you can't... Well, I guess this is fine. Are you gonna lose your, It's possible you lose the Murder Wing? 550? See, like, this kind of sucks. So you're gonna lose your Murder Wing, and they're gonna pop yours. And then I don't know that you kill their Murder Wing. Well, you probably do, between the Spud and the K9. Because they're going to have to rotate it here. Oh, they're taking the safer play. Alright, I figured they were going to try and meatball your jar, but maybe it's the same level issue? No, they could have got it. So, like, the erratic could have come up, cleaned up the Murder Wing, then their Murder Wing kills your jar. More bloat. More bloats for chat. Speaking of aquatic creatures. So bloat is what I'm curious if this hypothetical shark phobia that's coming out. Is bloat going to be kind of how that shark is, where it's just going to kind of like bob as it moves and just sort of hovers on the ground? You know, it does the Pokemon. Alright, so bad guy here, 1 key remaining, going to have their choice of what to light up here. Alright, never mind, jar's moving. Would it have been better? Also, this looks like a Mortal Kombat 3 fatality. This looks like a Mortal Kombat 3 fatality. There's a fatality where Cabal takes off his mask, his respirator mask, and just screams at you. And it kind of looks like a monster from Beetlejuice, but he screams at you, and it scares your soul out of your body. Ever seen the movie Jaws? It'll be like that. Well, we already have a phobie named Jaws, but... I think it would be cool if it was, like, a land shark and he was like literally swimming through the ground. You know what I mean? Like you would only see the fin. Kind of like how Quagmire moves, but all the time, and then you would only see the full phobia like Smother Mother. It would only pop out when it attacks or something like that. I kind of would have... I don't know if you ran out of time here, but again, you got this Bowmangles tucked in the corner doing nothing. I'd almost rather this be up, because then you can freeze either this or this, whichever one they offer up, essentially. And if they try to collapse with both, you freeze one, attack the other. Maybe you won't be able to do that. But this doesn't feel great. This doesn't feel great. You do still have one key left, so there is that. Sure, I guess. Alright, we got some Ted. But you're banking your entire hopes on this Yeti Bowmangle setup. Interesting that they chose to do this, and didn't just sprint the Zappy up there. Alright, we got a 3-to-1 panic point advantage. This position doesn't seem bad. It doesn't seem terrible. It's a little awkward here because you can't really advance. Are you able to kill this bloat? Whoa, that's a bold move there, Cotton. You're down hard health. I mean, this is a level 13 Yeti, so it's not like that's a small Yeti. That's a small Zappy, though. It's a level 4 Zappy. I mean, I don't hate the effort. I don't hate the effort. Oh no, are they... I mean, we know what the notes are, so I know what's coming, and I'm watching, I'm waiting for it to show up. I think I know what bad guy's gonna do. Oh man. Oh man, this is brutal. This is so brutal. No, to answer your question, Don Tinklesniff, I don't think you should see this coming. Although this is hilarious. Wait, they're not doing it now? When do they do this? I guess they're waiting for everything to get in position? I don't know. Yeah, I was about to say, reposition the jar. 23 to 25, okay. Problem is, it's going to be a 4-0 panic point advantage. I don't think there's any way they can kill this, can they? Like, the game is over in 2 turns, right? One way or the other. I think you just... Like, you don't bother freezing here. Like, how much could AWOL do? Because this is 1,090. I don't think there's any chance there. Like, there's no higher damage 1 key than an AWOL, right? So I think you're better off putting another 500 on this. We'll see how close you get. 1,100, okay. The blue. Honestly, I don't know why they didn't pop blue sooner. $177. So what do you end up with on the heart? If you're 500 damage short. Oh my god. No, if you didn't freeze the Zappy. Like, am I wrong, chat? Was there... The Zappy would have hit twice. For 1,090. And then there's no other one key that could possibly get you. Would you have died to the bloat AoE? Like, if they went double hit AWOL bloat AoE, could that have gotten you? I don't think so. Like, I don't think that there's an... Unless Yeti magically became mechanical, yeah, you'd be fine. Bloat couldn't reach. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like, my thought was, like, maybe if it could pass through the obstacle, but I don't think it can. Yeah, I know the point of the notes and the point of the game was to showcase, hey, they got me with blue. But honestly, I think Bad Guy misplayed by not hitting both the jar and the Yeti with blue like 2 turns ago. Because they could have just ran blue out here and it would have hit both of them, crippling the damage, meaning that probably the erratic doesn't die. Well, it would have... Would it have died? No, because you needed the jar hits in order to get it into range. So, like, it wouldn't have died on that turn. I don't know. There were a couple seemingly panic moves towards the end of this game. But yeah, if you did not freeze Zappy, I think you win this game on Tinkle. But either way, GG. Oh wait, we missed an attack. So it was even lower. It was even lower. 182. Very close game. Very close game. Well played. Yeah, just a couple other moves change there. Game goes the other way. All right, chat. We're down to the last 2 in the queue. Maybe a short one tonight. Maybe a short one tonight. I'll give my throat a chance to rest. Just random on just lights out. I got back into Phobies, but this is the only game that I won and the opponent didn't just surrender. All right. I'm guessing you're getting some surrenders because level differential or what? I mean, you picked a good time to come back into Phobies. We're getting that update soon. Wiggy, huh? Chat, we don't have a scorpion phobia, do we? I mentioned it last night, but we don't have a tarantula phobia. We don't have a scorpion phobia. People just surrender for no reason. They're probably manipulating rank, is the most likely thing. Like, they want to D-rank to a certain point, either to Smurf or to, or if they were high rank and, like, they want to queue faster. That's the most likely scenario. We're setting up for our little 1-key trading action, it looks like. Repositioning Gravedigger, that's fine. We're going to get the break there. Into the spider. Speaking of bugs. A little Miss Moffat action going on. Into the bad side. Soon to be buffed. Why did the jar reposition? I guess the thought was... I don't know. Also, why didn't you kill the Gesundheit? So, like, you... Couldn't you have killed the Gesundheit? I guess this might not... Well, yeah, you definitely could have. Because you could have popped out a jar, and then it would have been like cat, spider, jar, kill this. I mean, would the spider have been vulnerable? Because you would only get... Before, that's 11, and 3 is like 1,400. Yeah, the spider wouldn't have died. I feel like you could have got that Gesundheit. Klepto action. It's Dr. Seuss legs. Now all we need is a cat in the hat phobie, chat. Or green eggs and ham phobie. Somebody needs to get bad side some denture glue. Thought the spider would die and didn't do the math. That's fair. I do that all the time. I don't ever do the math. Ever. Panic points flipped in favor of our hero, but does go down pretty quickly. 9 keys to 6 remaining, but honestly, our hero has the advantage because of the yoink. Bad guy's going to have to do something. Sure. I don't know what this does. I mean, it's annoying. Was this necessary? I mean, I guess this is fine because, like, you're not going to lose your Gravedigger. You're not going to lose the spider. So, like, you just take the pick. Although that pick didn't do anything. They almost would have been better off if they had broken the bottom obstacle, allowing the bad side to hit twice. I don't think there's a way our hero could have killed the bad side, and then the spider would have to run. Like, they could get a yoink, and maybe our hero kills the Gravedigger anyway? I'm not sure. But here's where things start getting messy. The pull is down, and there is a Hevo 3.0 that is up. Hevo, I'd like you to meet my friend Erratic. I don't love our hero's positioning here, unless this is just bait, which honestly it kind of looks like. This kind of just looks like our hero baited the hell out of bad guy. Oh, bad guy, you're in for a bad day. Yeah. Yeah. Classic. Classic. I doubt they're going to lose all 3 phobies, but they're going to lose the Hevo and the Gesundheit. The only question is, does the bad side go down? Okay, so that's a missed target. You definitely should have targeted the bad side there. Because the splash would have killed it. You wouldn't have been able to kill the bad side, but there would have been more damage there. Let's go with bait, yeah. Are you saying that it was just a misplay? Like, this bad guy, they got on that hook. They also apparently were tilted off the face of the earth because they didn't even take their turn. Trust me, I've lost a lot of games where I just sent Hevo into his goddamn doom. Might as well just shipped him in a coffin. That jar literally suicided on the on the stabby. And down goes Wiggy. GG. Well played there, Random. Well played, yeah. If that wasn't bait, then, well, it was a well-laid trap anyway. It was a well-laid trap. All right, we got another just random game, this time on Scopoceum. Hey, me again. This one, where they did surrender. All right. So this is another map that it's interesting because we were talking about Locker Room Funk earlier, where a lot of the complaints are this map is solved, the meta is already determined. You either do this strat or you do that strat. or you lose. This map also kind of feels like it's getting there, just because, and I mean, admittedly, like, I was bullying people on this map by just pushing hard. But it was pretty obvious that I was going to hard push, and people just didn't respect it. So I'm like, all right, I'm just going to punch you right in the heart. That's what's going to happen. And just random seems to be doing something similar here. Out to a 3-0 panic point advantage to start the game, and then a little fire ant action. Pretty much covering all the panic points. I guess maybe not the bottom right one, but still, they have control of it. Bad guy is just allergic to this center panic point. I don't... Why? Why aren't you interacting with this? I don't get it. So now there's a fire trap there, like... I don't understand why bad guy didn't want to... I guess they didn't want to claim that panic point early on because they thought they were going to get fireballed. But who cares? Like, just take the panic point. And they, and because they didn't, and then they didn't position to fireball off their own stim, they gave our hero that bottom panic point, and like, I don't know. These sort of errors compound themselves, especially when they happen that early in the game. But ultimately it led to this position where we got this honey bear locking down the center, mucus monster and Hevo pushing up on the center point. If this puke goes away at the start of bad guy's next turn, they're about to have a really bad day. Like, ooh. Chad, if I had more energy, my throat wasn't bothering me so much, I would probably scream something right now, but like, this is going to be very bad for bad guy. And they're probably wondering, like, why... Well, first of all, that's a dead mucus monster. Just full stop. That guy got wrecked. Wait, what was that cat doing? Why did that just happen? Did you run out of time here? Alright, so we get the heal. Oh my... Don't tell me the droney's gonna do it to him. Like, I expected something to end up on this trap. But you're gonna tell me that bad guy used Metabot to heal their Inoculus that you know they're not moving off this goddamn lava. And they're gonna leave this droney? You just... Oh, man. This is so bad. I'm going to rewind this turn just so you can see what happened. Because, like, look at this. Like, I get... Oh, man. It quite obviously, bad guy did not think about the possibility of a trap, like, at all. It never occurred to them that there could be a trap anywhere here. Because think about it, the fire ant was where the klepto was, or is now. So, like, it could be on any of these spots, and all of them would be very bad. I mean, there are some that are worse than others, obviously, because there's a world in which this Inoculus lives, but, like... Oh my god. I guess technically only the droney died to the trap, but like 21 health, 450 health. Like, it's bad. I can understand why your opponent surrendered. They are random. You did not need to kill this. It would have died to the fire, I think. Yeah, you didn't need to attack that. Unless I'm miscounting. Like, this is 225, 236. I think it had 450 health. I don't know that there was anything else you could do with the cassowary meaningfully, but... Bad guy was upset, and understandably so. You know, to be honest, they're not completely out of it. They could have killed the klepto. They still had 13 keys. Like, if they actually took that turn, maybe they had a chance. I don't know. The droney for insult to injury. GG. GG. I just thought of something, chat. Nah. Traps are kind of funny. Traps are kind of funny. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, we can do a few more. I'll do one more and then I'll take a break after this. We got a Renamon game again. I know everybody wants to try and get them in before the patch breaks everything. All right, let's take a look at this Renamon game here on Fernasified. Sucky God, lol. What? What? It's another candidate for the beginning of the video. Sucky God, huh? Okay. Okay. I believe I've heard it termed in other ways. Hashtag just saying. This is another map that people hate. I'm not a huge fan of this map. I like it better than a lot of the other small maps, but this is a frustrating one, we'll say. The latest silliness that seems to be going around for this map is people literally just banking to 7 right off the bat to go Fire Ant. That fad existed for a little bit, but I don't know if it's still a thing. Like, if people still try that, or how well it worked out. I know Karsten and a few other people were advocating it for a little bit. Shout out to Noxious. So Noxious could get clobbered here off the stem by either Stabby or Evo, but it looks like that's not going to happen. At least not for now. Because the jar is in position, the Sucky can come in. There's a bunch of things that could cause problems for the Noxious. But now the Noxious is open for the stem spit. Whoa, really? Ha okay. I mean, that's a bold move. Like, that's 100% dead Noxious. Is that worth trading it for the jar? You will, well, I don't know if you will. Like, it's possible you get 5 keys worth of value because you kill their unicorn. So, like, you get their jar and their unicorn for the Noxious trade, but that worth it? Bad guy, I mean, alright, so we will get that sequence. Horn goes down. Panic point advantage hero, but honestly, I don't hate bad guy's board position. The Gonzo does make things a little complex. But 5 keys to 7. Bad guy can't win the 1 key trading war. They're going to have to make something happen. Corn Trap's going bananas. Interesting placement there for the Bachelor. I mean, obviously it would spell the demise of the K9 if the K9 goes after it. Sure. I guess we'll just trade 1 keys, because why not? From Renamon's position, it makes sense to do this, because, like, why not? You have more keys than your opponent. They need to do something in order to reclaim the panic points, so that sounds like a you problem. However, our hero is going to be the first person to go for broke here. This is a good pick. This is a good pick. Caught bad guy sleeping, just being lazy. Giving up that murder wing for freezies. And at this point, we've kind of got things on lock. Stuff is out of position. There's no way to really fight this sucky that's bullying Stabby out of position. Spider is the Hail Mary from bad guy. Spider is the Hail Mary from bad guy. But honestly, we could get the heebie-jeebie special here, and I don't really know what the hell bad guy does about it. And you could do it on either side. You could do it north or south. All right, now you can only do it on the south, but... Did you really just walk up? Our hero trying to give bad guy heartworms here. Honestly, bad guy's just dead. We knew coming in that our hero won, but like bad guy is just dead. There's nothing they can do. They were dead a few turns ago. This corn has tanked so much damage. It's actually comical. Heartworms? What is it? You've never heard of heartworms? They're, quite literal. Maybe we'll have an educational moment after this game, chat. Down goes bad guy. Squashing them bugs. GG there, Renamon. GG. Looked at all Mirror's game tonight. Sent his Motherload into the wood chipper. Thought it was a fun game. I feel like Motherload would be a problem for a wood chipper. I feel like Motherload would be a problem for the wood chipper. I don't know. Oh, the turn 1 ice scream. Breaking the meta. Get that turn 1 ice scream going. Where's Master Dark? Master Dark would be very excited. Chad, how many games have you played on this map? And what do you think? I honest to God, think I haven't played a single game on this map. Sizzle? Okay. That's a play you can make. Sizzle and his weird ear hair. honest to God, chat. So there's a, first of all, that looks kind of cool with Sizzle right there. But there's this YouTube account that talks about a lot of stuff for Pokemon, but they also do a series where people will write into them and say, well, this is how you fix this Pokemon design. And it's, you know, about the aesthetics, and it'll be like, oh, we'll change this attribute of their ears or change their musculature, do this to try and fix things and whatever. And honestly, I kind of want to do that with some of the visuals for Phobies, but you can't for the most part. Almost pretty much every Phobie looks awesome. Sizzle, I think, is one of the rare misses, and I really think that if Sizzle had like a fiery mohawk going down like from the crest of its head almost by its mouth all the way down its spine to its tail, I think that would look way better. I feel like that would look way better than obnoxious ear hair. Like, it reminds me of Statler and Waldorf, like the Muppets. It looks like an old man Muppet with ear hair. I just can't get over it. I will. This is a hill I'm going to die on. 2 since they fixed it, and 1 of the 2 was in Monster of the Week. Hilarious. All right, just taking a pot shot here at the Gravedigger. I thought, or the Gravedigger taking a pot shot at the Boomer, rather. I thought we were going to see maybe the Cassowary come down to clear this out, but not quite enough damage. I think this Ice Scream forgot it was in the game. This guy has not moved. Hilariously, Electric Hat getting damage in. We pointed it out when we were watching Monster of the Week, but I think the 1 keys are among the more prominent. They're among one of the more prominent, I don't want to say edge cases, but we'll just say examples of people not quite understanding the relationships of Phobies at level 1. And I completely get it. But we often see Phobies, like this happened with Electric Cat and something else in Monster of the Week, where players would put them on the board and then go, oh, I can't kill that thing because, you know, on ladder, it's kind of a crapshoot. You could be higher level, you could be lower level, you could be even level, it could be this, it could be that, and then the relationship at the other levels from the Phobies maybe puts things in range. So, like, you internalize, oh, well, my Electric Cat or my Henrietta or my whatever should be able to get that. But then it turns out, oh, no, you can't, because realistically, that Phobie sucks, whichever one it was, and therefore you can't push enough damage. Eternal Knight, yeah, I mean, Eternal Knight at least represents a lot of damage, but... So the previously mentioned Motherlode shows up. We get a Daisy to sup. Ooh, Daisy, that cannot be right. Well, I guess that's fine. Although you can probably Innocuous Sizzle and then just walk the Cassowary onto the Daisy, and that's a key positive trade for kind of freezies. You could even walk it on there and then leap onto one of the other, or just walk away. I mean, that works too. I was going to say, like, leap onto one of the other ones, but... Yeah, Eternal Knight did show up in one of the Monster of the Week games. I don't remember if it was against you, Koro, or if you used it. No, I mean, that's what Electric Cat couldn't kill. Yeah. That's what I thought you were referencing at first, and then I started second-guessing myself. Pardon me? I don't know if you guys saw her. I used it against Alien. There was another game. There was another game where I think it showed up, too. Little muffin action. I feel like this isn't just the Motherlode sacrificing its life for nothing. I don't know what bad guy's plan is here. It feels like they had several phobies that just kind of died for no purpose. Blue, because why not? It is heads-up repositioning with the sizzle, because that hypothetically gets frozen and then something terrible happens, but I mean, I don't know. I don't think there's anything bad guy can do from here. I think our hero's going to slowly march across the map and annihilate them. That's zappy. Enormous amounts of damage. This ice cream did nothing. I wonder how much bad guy actually feared the sizzle. You know what I mean? Like, were they really afraid of the sizzle, or did they just, like... It feels like they forgot ice cream even existed for 3/4 of the game. Maybe it's just me. Sure, you can take your consolation booby prize. Sizzle is a force to be reckoned with. It's not getting ridiculous. Blue. I hope there's a blue recolor in the update chat. I think I think of all the phobies that need a recolor, blue has got to be at the top of the list. I want blue, I want red, and I want yellow. Do we have any yellow phobies? I mean, I guess like AWOL, Gesundheit. Yeah, we got some yellow phobies. There's a few that are predominantly yellow. Not many, but... Or yellow at least features prominently. I want recolors of blue, red, and yellow. Red will be the best. No, we need like 10 of them, so it's like a ton of just plain colors. It'll be funny. Instant damage buff for 1 key. What could possibly go wrong? Always saying what I'm thinking. Yeah, I mean, that's where I started with red, blue, and yellow, but my wrist. But I think we could have the other one. Like, we could have one that's just green. Do the whole rainbow. Do the rainbow. We could have one that's orange. It's violet, one that's indigo. I think that would actually be hilarious. that would be really funny, actually. The more I think about this, the more I like this idea. All right, chat. I'm going to take a quick break. I said I was going to take a break earlier. Oh, yeah, we got the reset, so we're going to have some weird games for you. I'd like that, but what they do, I don't know. You guys brainstorm it. I'll be right back. What about purple? Extra text, is that purple? Is that the purple guy? What? Is that like a Grimace reference? I don't know what that is. They don't count towards the max phobies in battles. When you get all the balloons out, you have a party. Yeah, part of me wants to say when you get all the balloons out, you automatically win. But obviously that would be fair. Like, it probably would be balanced because you'll never do it. But it would be funny to trigger like an in-game event. Like, it just pauses the game for a second and then it does fireworks and shit. Balloons come down and says, you did like, achievement unlocked, whatever. Poison, disease, damage, buff, pull, burn, can't move for 1 turn, or new effect. For the Roy G. Biv plan, a FNAF reference. Yeah, I've never actually played Five Nights at Freddy's, so... I did see the movie, though. A dance-off. A dance-off between the balloons. That would either be hilarious or incredibly boring. I'm not sure which. I feel like it would be incredibly boring. I feel like they're just gonna like nod. Because they're just gonna bob along the ceiling. Alright, I think we're gonna close out with a Gravedigger game. I didn't double check if this was the right game, but I think this is the right game. This is an interesting locker room funk match. The MVPs were Brony and Kaboom. Well, as mentioned, I didn't check it before we loaded in, but it is locker room funk, so I'm going to assume this is the right one. Yeah, this will close out our somewhat sleepy ASMR stream since my throat is killing me. I have to try and not scream at Mortal Kombat for a few days, and then hopefully I can get my voice back to normal by next weekend. I did mention it over the course of this weekend that I may not be streaming next weekend, but I talked to my wife earlier today, and it sounds like plans may be changing once again, so we'll see. This game wasn't crazy, but you can do some ASMR during this game, by the way, around round 20. Okay. I don't know exactly what that means. I guess we'll find out. I mean, this is a 43-turn game for reasons unknown. Everybody trying to get in their last moments of Gonzo Attractor terrors, tyranny. So nothing happens for 20 turns, maybe. It was an arena, bro. It's terrified of me for some reason. I can't imagine why. So first of all, shout out to Bad Guy for the Primate avatar. That might be the first one I've ever seen. Tell me Primate number 9 doesn't look like a Resident Evil monster. Like, seriously, does that not look like a Resident Evil monster? It definitely feels like, wait, a Kaboom? Paging Honda. I mean, I know the mention was a Kaboom MVP, but still. Okay, really? Ugh. 7 keys, 6 remaining. Thank God, locker room funk. Opponent's name is close to Meta Knight. Meta Knight, one letter off, yeah. Bro yawning mid-game. I mean, yes, I'm very tired. I've been yawning through a lot of the games, and that's not intended to be an insult to any of the games or the players. It's just, I'm wiped out. I'm tired. There's that Brony. Honestly, I don't hate the Brony play. I think we talked about it this weekend. The Brony on this map feels like it is kind of reasonable. Because how the hell do you get away from it? Like, admittedly, your opponent, the player using the Brony, is in a similar position where, okay, well, how do they get away from it? But if you are the person using the Brony, you obviously decide when the Brony goes off. So I guess we're going to stare at each other for a while again. A Bad Guy has no more keys, so they can't send another 1 key in. Gravedigger still has 5 remaining. This is interesting. I mean... Yeah, like, I don't know where Bad Guy plans to position. Wait, hold on. Couldn't they have... Hold on a second, chat. So could Bad Guy not have... Like, if Brony goes here... Because Spider... I gotta... bring it back. Hold on. So, like, if Brony goes there, it's 1... That's terrible, too. Trying to write in Microsoft Paint is nightmarish. Then obviously 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So you turn these off. And then if you're there, it's 1, 2, 3, 3, 1. This is a 2. This is a 3. So the spider would have to, like, come back here. And then I don't think this is an occupiable space. So you'd have to put Hevo, like, here. But I don't know if this Brony actually does anything in that scenario. It's like, all right, you turn these off, but then I think Gravedigger's most likely play is you just swing in with the boomer here. And then now it's you got all these panic points. Kaboom's still live. Gonzo's still live. I don't know if that really does anything for them. The other Phobies could have stepped back and then stepped forward again. Well, the Spider couldn't. Spider would have to, like, go so... It would have to double move back. The Hevo could have. The Klepto could have. But, again, I don't know if that... Well, actually, I take it back. Yeah, the Spider could have. The Spider could have just gone straight back and then walked right back to the tile. You're right. I was stuck on the Spider had to go behind the heart in order to dodge everything. But yeah, you could have just put it there temporarily and then moved. So, like, the Hevo goes here, Spider goes here, doubles back, Hevo swings out to here, and then, assuming Klepto still had a move, I think it ends up here. And then you could try and make a push happen. It would allow, like, I think the only advantage to that line is bad guy then can reclaim the center point. Hypothetically. I mean, there's a risk that they just get annihilated by a kaboom. Because, obviously, the yoinks are still live. So, I don't know that they can push up meaningfully still. But, I guess, hypothetically, there's something that could happen. I think they have to... They gotta catch the Kaboom and some other number of Phobies. Oh yeah. Thrilling game. It's almost like we're on Agora. You know, there's only 5 colors in Brony's main. It's clearly supposed to be, like, the rainbow, right? So maybe instead of 7 balloons, we only do 5. We already have blue, so we need green, yellow, orange, and red. We need something to fill the staring contest that is this game. You know what the problem is with these sort of scenarios, or at least for me, is if you're in the game, I will sometimes forget, and I'm like, wait, was there this play open the whole time? And then, like, I start rearranging things, and then it gets screwed up. Clown music? No, we need the Benny Hill music. I guess clown music would work, too. Or we need any of those YouTube/TikTok, like, screwed up sound effects. You know what I mean? All right, chat. What is happening? Jeopardy music? After all those turns, we get a Gonzo'd Kaboom. Yo, this is a Kaboom that would make Onda jealous. This is a Kaboom that would make Onda jealous. I feel like I should use that for the thumbnail just because it's so dumb. Like, just put the Kaboom buff damage on there. Because it's so stupid. Well, that was a hell of a game, chat. That of all the games, that was one of them. Of all the games, that was one of them. Oh, yeah, this is where, the hell is this? This is where Gravedigger was pinging Cosmo. Sorry, there was something else that popped up too in Discord, and I was trying to figure out what was going on. Oh, chat. Well, a little lower energy viewer games tonight. A little lower energy viewer games tonight because got the ASMR stream going. We'll have some variety tomorrow. It's looking like Helldivers. I did buy the game. I did install it. I did not load it up. I'm going to try and do the tutorial tomorrow if I have time. I have a lot of work I got to get done. I got to edit videos. I got to do some more tournament prep. And then we'll see if I have time to get this ready. Otherwise, we're going to be doing the tutorial on stream, which is, always thrilling. But we shall see. I got to play around with the audio settings because it seems like there is in-game voice chat, which is fine, but, it's the internet, and I don't feel like listening to dickheads shriek. Haven't seen Helldivers? Then you're in for something tomorrow. You're in for something tomorrow if you come by the stream. I know there were votes for Dredge. I will get Dredge back on stream because I do want to finish that game. I just kind of want to try Helldivers too. Helldivers looks like the Space Marine series. They're actually wildly different. I will stream Space Marine when that comes out, because I'm 100% getting that game. I really like the first one. That was before I really knew anything about Warhammer. Like, I knew it existed, and I had a rough idea, but I didn't really know much about it. Now I know a lot more, so I'm looking forward to brutally shredding some Tyranids. We'll see if Chaos decides to cause more trouble in this game. I'm sure it will. But chat, I think we're going to call it early. I'm going to try and rest my voice. We'll see if we have an ASMR stream. They're fairly similar, robots, marines, and gigantic bugs. That's so now you've described Halo, Gears of War, what other sci-fi series? Battlestar Galactica, Aliens, certain versions of Predator. Like, that's like every Star Wars. Yeah, like every sci-fi thing ever. Whenever you need your heroes to fight, like, faceless enemies, it's like, all right, throw in some robots and giant bugs. Those are the obvious ones. But anyway, chat, we might have some bonus streams this week. It's going to depend partially on my voice, partially on real-life scheduling, partially on like this upcoming weekend's scheduling, because I don't want to like completely miss the weekend if I can help it. That way we can talk about the update. We'll get our hot takes on what the new Phobies are, and maybe do some pack openings, because we do have, in case anybody didn't see it, do have almost 40k coffee. I kind of want to wait for the content affiliate distribution, which wouldn't happen until after the update. Typically, they don't do it till like the 7th of the month, which is Thursday this week. But that's not set in stone, so I don't know. But like another 8k coffee would be another few Dreadfuls to open. So we'll have to see. We'll have to see. I might ping the devs and just ask them, be like, hey, not for nothing, but just like, when are you doing this? So we'll see. But that's going to do it for this evening, chat. We'll be back tomorrow. We'll see if we get the trailer for the update or what's going on. But as always, everybody, thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. And tune in next time for more Random Thoughts.